There is this topic that is very troubling, and the subject is politics. But today I don't want to talk about specific aspects of politics. I want to talk about something that comes before politics. I'm going to talk about the concept of politics. It's interesting to think about because that's a large subject of study if you think about it. But today I'm going to focus this discussion in two aspects. The first aspect is brought to us by the English philosopher David Hume, and he described the imagination as having unlimited power of mixing, compounding, separating, and dividing ideas, while noting that it cannot exceed the original stock of ideas furnished by internal and external senses. Uh, Imagination is often described by Hume as a free creative force, yet limited by experience. And the other aspect is brought to us by Lao Tzu in his incredible book, the Tao Te Ching, when he said that when the Tao is forgotten, goodness is born. And when goodness is forgotten, morality is born. Let's think about those two aspects. Let's begin first at Hume's definition of imagination. So, being so, imagination is the root of all of our understanding of reality. We have this unique and powerful imagination. Everything that we have around us comes from our imagination because they're all concepts created by our mind. But the thing is that when I look at myself, for example, I experience that capacity of creation when I'm creating my artworks. And I feel that because it really feels like it's infinite, like it has no end. It's like an infinite source. You know what I mean? And when you think of Lao Tzu, he said that when the reality, the truth of the universe is forgotten, concepts arise. That is deep, my friends, because when we are thinking about our reality, we see that politics, whether we want it or not, is a very important part of our lives. Because through politics, everything is defined. You know, lives are taken, lives are saved. We're talking about the very structure of society. And my friends, we see that politics as this concept would be something actually interesting. For example, that would be like in Greek terms, there would be this place where people with capacity would get together to work things out for the majority of people. But for example, if we go to the definition brought to us by the Greeks, we see that politics would be the process by which groups of people make collective decisions, resolve conflicts, and distribute resources of power. You see, we created this idea that in itself, it's good actually. It would solve our problems, but it's completely the opposite. It makes everything more confusing, more weird, more difficult. That's strange because it's paradoxical, and that's what Lao Tzu brought in that part of the Tao Te Ching that I read to you guys. That is, we have these problems that come before already. That is, the logic of our actions and our thinking is is troubled, is not right, because we are creating ideas that are good, but we are destroying them as soon as we let the ego, for example, go in and melt it all. But that's the thing, my friends. I don't want to leave. I don't want to bring no answers here. I'm just bringing this thinking about our capacity to imagine things, great things, and on the other hand, our capacity to destroy those things. That's really impressive. But at the same time, it has a taste of, how can I say that? It can't be it can be solved. You know what I mean? It's not an unsolvable problem. Since we created that, we can create other things. We can change things. We can create things in a more responsible way. I don't know. You know what I mean? After all, we are all in this together. Everything is mandala.